Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. I'm Jared Paul. Today we're going to be pruning up my flame tree, or Delaunix regia. It is the first bonsai tree that I grew from seed. It's my absolute favorite, as well as a swirly blue jacaranda. We pruned them both in July, and there's been a lot of growth through the end of summer and into early October. So we're going to do that again today. It's going to be a lot of fun, and that's all coming up on today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. All right, y'all. So as you can see here, you can barely see me. These things grow in so nice and full. In fact, to give you an idea, this one back here, my first Delaunix regia, it actually, in 8 months, grew from the floor to the ceiling in this pot. And it just had these exact shoots, one across from another coming out, boom, 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 all the way up. And it alternated sideways to front to back, sideways to front to back, directly across from each other. And then the first time you prune it, I did it here. That was the first cut at 8 months. That's when you start getting these multiple shoots, like most trees. But I just found it so crazy how fast this thing actually grew when just, left to do its own thing. Now, if you look at it now, I pruned it down pretty tight back in July. So it really grew in nice. I don't like where it's going right now. To tell you the truth, I really don't. I had a goal in mind, and now it just keeps getting taller and leggier, and I don't like all the bends. However, I do think that, if you can see that, maybe, so it goes here and comes back. It's just, I do think that might be an attractive cutting. So I think I'm going to take it down really hard today, and maybe save this one branch that's coming back through. Otherwise, I'm going to cut them down and try to get some back budding down here. I'll keep this one. I'll keep this. There was a little branch on this one that died off that I was hoping was going to take. So I'm going to prune them down and hope for the best. I don't know about you, but anytime it comes to cutting one of, your favorite trees, which I love them all, but anytime it comes to that, it's always like a hold your breath moment, and I really hope it comes back. So that's what I plan to do with that one. All the other ones on this table are actually blue jacarandas. So this was the swirly one that I told you about. So I'm not going to do much more than defoliate this one. It's growing in the right way that I want. I wanted it to come back around, the top part to be basically over where it originally started, and then I wanted a couple of different branches in different directions from there. So those are working. Over here, this is my blue jacaranda grouping. So in this tiny little terracotta pot, I planted 4 tiny little seedlings of the blue jacaranda, and one died, I don't know, a couple of months ago. And now this one has died off. I have no clue why. I don't know if they're just too tight in that pot and their roots grow too muscularly and choked each other's out, because these were the dominant trees. But I'm left with 2 blue jacarandas. So this last one here, it's got 3 blue jacarandas in it. They started as seedlings, just like the others. And I've let them get pretty tall. I had no success with their cuttings last time, which brings me up to the cuttings portion. I'm going to be trying to root all of these as cuttings. And I've had success with figs, pencil cactus, different types of willows, with just setting them in some water, spider plants, things like that. But no success with either of these, the blue jacaranda or the flame tree. So where I have had success, and if I remember, I'll show you a little later from cuttings, is using this Miracle Grow Fast Root hormone powder. And I just take my pruners and I shave down like the last inch of the cutting, and I leave 3 different surfaces. I leave a third of it is true bark, a third of it that little like layer just under the bark, and then a third all the way down underneath, getting into there. And I think this gives it the best success rate. I've had success with other plants as well, for getting cuttings to root and take and become nice plants. So without further ado, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to set these up one at a time. I'm going to prune them down, defoliate where I think, if I think it's strong enough, and then I will try to do as many cuttings as possible. So I'm going to time lapse that with some music. I hope you all enjoy it. Stand by. All right, y'all, so that's going to do it for today at the ranch. I hope you enjoyed this video on the flame tree and the blue jacaranda. If you don't have these in your collection, they're great. You can grow them indoors year-round. They grow back quickly. I would highly recommend getting some seeds and starting these trees. If you like this video and you want to see more, go ahead, let me know. Like, subscribe, shoot me a comment, and hit that notification bell. There's plenty more to come from Jarhead Bonsai. Take care, y'all.